One of the LEGO Summer 2021 sets I've been most excited for following the leaks and the rumors has been the Infinity Gauntlet, and I finally have it here for you to review today. It's given set number 76191 with 590 pieces and for ages 18 and up, so this is an adult-oriented set, and certainly looking at that black box art and seeing how beautiful this looks, it makes a lot of sense. In the US, this one's going to retail for $70, which I feel is probably a fair price. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on, but beautiful box out with kind of a goldish yellowish hint of light emanating out from behind the gauntlet there. Absolutely gorgeous box art. You get another beautiful shot of the gauntlet on the side of the box, as well as quite a few different languages. Other side pretty blank, just showing the Infinity Saga logo and some information there. And then on the back we get the gauntlet doing the snapping motion, pretty neat, as well as some other images with Thanos holding his gauntlet. So I was just about to open the box, and when I pushed it down to push the thumb tabs off, I noticed the piece counts on the bottom too. That's just weird and different. It's on the front of the box, but it's also on the bottom. I guess it's just so that they can have the different language for pieces, which they only have the one on the front, then they have a bunch on the back. So fair enough. That's a much cleaner way to do it than having pieces slash stack slash PZ. You know, looks much better like that. Love it. Unboxing this beast should be rather easy. And inside we have lots of gold Lego pieces. So there's the designer holding his gauntlet and a little bit of information about it. Some shots of Thanos and the gauntlet again there. And then it looks like you're straight into the build. So not too much up front, but that's fine. This isn't like a full-fledged UCS set, and it looks like the back of the manual doesn't really have anything either. So I'm going to build this. Here's the finished gauntlet. I enjoyed the build. It was a pretty simple process, not too difficult, although the gold and the tan can be sometimes confusing as to which color is which in the instructions, but that's something you'll certainly be able to figure out for yourself. So starting down here on the stand, it says the Infinity Saga with the Infinity Gauntlet name below it. And it's a pretty simple, plain black stand. There isn't much to it, and there certainly doesn't need to be. You'll see a few studs on the bottom side. Very basic, and you can see they use a lot of clips and some pieces to help get a good angle on the gauntlet. So, of course, you won't be able to fit your hand inside. I did see some comments being like, oh, you're going to be able to fit your hand inside the gauntlet? No, one, it's probably too small anyway, but also, like, it has to have a structure on the inside, so it just doesn't make a lot of sense for that to be an actual feature of the thing. I'm sure you could build one that's probably about twice this size and work that in if you're really into that. There is a ton of very shiny gold on this set as well, and I think that's a really good part of it. I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy it for all that shiny gold. Part of the downside to that, though, is when you have all this shiny gold, the non-gold pieces really pop out at you. This darker tan that they use, which usually looks fine, but it just contrasts a bit too much to me. And then you can also see some of the faux Lego gold there that they use that doesn't quite look as good. I wish they could have done more pieces in this color, but they didn't, so it is what it is, I suppose. You have some nice angling used with some, it's kind of a weak connection here, like these will fall off rather easily if you grab it like this, but it does help close off a lot of gaps on the set to have these little pieces here. They're kind of on a ball joint there, so you can see they have a good free range of motion, although that's really not a feature that you're supposed to make use of. The palm of the Infinity Gauntlet uses a bit of gold, but a lot more tan really on the inside here, because you're not really going to be seeing it if you display it the way that they show it to you on the box. And then we'll flip around to the outside, and you can see here are 5 of the Infinity Stones, and you got the 6th over there in green, so they actually have all 6 Infinity Stones built into this set, which is great. That's obviously what you would want out of this. Anything less would have, quite frankly, been unacceptable. The big yellow stone, the bigger green stone, and then the orange, red, blue, and purple ones a bit smaller there, up under the 4 main digits of the gauntlet. So you do have a bit more functionality to this. The thumb has a great range of motion, like full ball joint motion there, with a little bit on the knuckle, so you can actually get that moved nicely. And then all 4 fingers can move quite a bit. So you have this top joint, middle joint, and then bottom joint there. There's actually 3 joints on these 3 fingers, and then just 2 on the pinky finger here. It's only got the small one and then the big one at the bottom. So you can do plenty of different hand arrangements. You can do pinky up. You could, of course, do the classic. Yeah. You can rock out with your Infinity Gauntlet. This can also be used as a hand to hold if you want to pretend you have a girlfriend.
I'm just saying.
But I think the most sensible way to display it is the snap, the Thanos snap. So having it like this makes the most sense as far as like a movie accuracy type of thing. And it looks really nice like this. So I don't really have a lot else to say about the Infinity Gauntlet. It's a nice display build. It is perhaps a bit smaller than you would expect. It's certainly smaller than I expected, or at least on the side profile, it's thinner than I expected for the set. But overall, it's going to look nice on display. It's going to go well with your Iron Man helmet from last year. It'll certainly go well with the newer Guardians ship that I have over there at this current point in time. I wouldn't shy away from buying this one if you were interested in it. It certainly has its flaws, but it's certainly still a set maybe worth considering picking up, especially on sale. 70 bucks might be a bit steep, so maybe wait for it to come down 20% and it'll end up at like the $56 range, and then maybe you're finding yourself feeling much better about the purchase. And it's still going to be a great display piece either way. It's a nice piece that's going to stand out because there's just not a lot of LEGO sets that use this much shiny metallic gold. In fact, I believe this is the most shiny metallic gold you'll get in a LEGO set that's currently available, so that's a pretty sweet thing from that point of view. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed. You can check out more LEGO Marvel Summer 2021 set reviews on the end screen now.